So I'd like to see them do something a little bit different here, try and be a little bit more solid when it comes to their defense. They got too aggressive in certain areas yesterday, and I'd expect them to be a little bit more defensive today.
Cage triggered.
Well, we'll see now. First blood already going to be out. That we're going to be cut off there, so we'll not be able to get involved in the fight. Site has been taken over here by the FaZe, and look at the way the Sentinels is going to be trying to tackle this one with a frenzy and a few blast packs as well. A lot of weakened players as Dapper's going to get right back into the conversation, and a flawless. Now that means that they're going to be going into this fight, man down. Still no kills are going to be available to them. Zoms in the nick of time does manage to take out the Boombot. Now here comes the push. Zoms doesn't really have an option. He has to bail from the Lambs. Watch out though for those paint shells though. Could do a sizable amount of damage. They do manage to dodge that. Zoms inside of lamps. Corey's just kind of managing this one. And a good challenge there for Corey. Sinatra's still going to be involved in the fight though.
Yeah, looks like they're still going to commit to B here, and Satchels will of course be the biggest demonstration of that, and Showstopper being popped as they push out of Hookah now. Can you actually connect with it though? Always very difficult when you're checking various different angles. Marv gets the opener, and the rocket fuse will dissipate, and instead we'll just have to plant this spike. But they have been able to achieve B site here. It's going to be a retake for Sentinels.
No one was going to be looking at that doorway. Rock is still watching a flank. Dapper wins that fight and certainly will win those most of the time. Dapper a headshot through that, and the retake is just so flawless. Zachary, no options on the outside by Garden. If Rockus wants to try and deny them by the, so he's going to play that shock dart. Dapper pushes forward. Rockus is still going to be alive. Perhaps it will be used. There goes the orbital strike though. Now the Hunter strike is going to be played at that moment in time on the opposite side. Sinatra does not get tagged up on it, but finally Rockus will find the mark. Now though, through all of that, they are beaten up. Rockus has 10 HP, and oh, would you look at that? A Hunter's Fury on the other side. Zoms is there to receive, Baby Bay. Last player left alive is going to be a 10 HP Rockus. No spike planted. 14 seconds and counting remaining. Just got tagged by the location dart. So really, the only plausible thing he could do is play spike and get the extra cash for it. Can't even do that because Sentinels deny it. Lots of good work has been done now, but the stack, this is going to hurt so much. They have no choice but to push forward. Zoms is going to just nuke Marv. Baby Bay does manage to pick up a kill there, but in the distance, it's going to be Shazam inside of the cubby. Tagged for 73. Needs to be careful now. But more kills are starting to come through, and Dapper's just going to go ahead and use that neural theft just to give him a little bit more intel as to where this final player is going to be located. He's in the showers. They do identify where he's going to be. They'll probably make this push happen, but Shazam waiting outside of A Lamps. Fire in the hole, played, missed, and whiffed. Zoms, though, picks up a kill. Shazam's now just going to be stuck here inside of Lamps while Dapper's on the flank. And Dapper is going to see that spike in a moment. Rockus is aware of this, which is why he saw the tail. He saw the cape. He saw the cape of Sova. Now it will be a 1v1. Corey versus Dapper, two great players here contending against one another, but Dapper just held on to the angle.
You know that if he had just pulled the trigger, then you'd be so mad if you were on the receiving end. You'd be so mad.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, baby! He has no respect. He went inside of that TP room. They knew that he was still going to be stuck inside of there, so it was only just a matter of time before someone jumped in the fray. Unfortunately, though, while that took place, it's Shazam and Zoms were easily going to be able to handle two more members of FaZe. Hunter's Fury just to hold them back for a moment. Baby Bay looked to poke inside of Bath, ended up not working out in his favor, but Marv, you can always rely on him for at least one kill. Dapper, though, you can rely on him for 3.
So I'm not going to harp on about FaZe playing badly, because I don't think FaZe are playing particularly badly. I just think Sentinels are playing absolutely incredibly.
Yeah. They are, statistically, and without question, better team. Now, that was a wall that exists in space and time. I don't understand why that was a thing.
What the? Is it because the Cypher Trap was there? I don't know. Either way, that was weird.
Oh, you know, it could be because of the Cypher Trap. Huh. As a Sage player, that concerns me. So... yeah, Marv is going to be pinned. Good effort there, though. by Zachary to watch his teammates back. Marv took the shot. Dapper, though, down to 62 HP. B site will have more support, but they do have a few angles. So Dapper now gets the heals, and Corey, as he pushes outside, made a whole heap load of noise. Zachary alone. Baby Bay will get blocked off here potentially there, but Sinatra with the frenzy, he's always going to have that. Raucus, though, meets him inside of Lamps. One player's going to be backed away inside of the bench, which they did manage to see at that moment. Spike is going down.
I planted the spike.
So Dapper with that spike down, and Zom's getting the kill. Maybe, though, Marv is going to bring this one back up to even. Dapper has the angle over here by the L box. Trips run again. No one's still going to be paying attention to him here. Dapper just dancing around this, and who's going to stop Dapper? And even if Zachary manages to stop Dapper, he still has to worry about Sick. Sick is going to be very weak, though. Zachary does manage to get the kill. One player remaining. It's going to be Sick. He slows him down, and he's going to wall him off. Oh, the Giga Chad. He goes in front of the fuse. Oh, man. Oh, baby. This could be the round when he was pro so fake. Pro so fake. Oh, but he lets go. For a moment, he lets go. He has it halfway. He finally gets it. Oh, my goodness. Does he manage to get the defuse? Yes, he does. And FaZe have put a round on the board. And with where that camera was positioned, that was just a great audio cue there for Marv to take advantage of. Dom did his best to attempt to get out of the bath there, but Shazam now secures himself 2 kills. So you got a player by L-Box, and another one is going to be backed by U-Haul. They're going to hightail it out of there, make their way over to the B site, get that plant down. And they're going to give it over to the Sage. Shazam will stay up top here, and part of the reason why they gave it to the Sage probably has to deal with either A, the utility, or B, the health, which, no, it seems like it's going to be more of a health thing. And also getting him closer to that resurrection in case things go a little awry here. But Sick now is going to be called out. Great angle from Shazam, but Marv was going to be there just a little bit quicker. Sick with 1, and then he's not going to be able to get himself the final 2 kills, despite the fact I don't know if they know that guy is still going to be there. So Raucus waits this one out. Well done there. And Raucus has actually been playing pretty solid today, or I should say in this half. One of the things I did want to commend him for was how they double peaked in that last round. But Raucus was going to be the one to take that fight first because he knew his teammate was weaker, which was a thing we were criticizing them for yesterday, Gaskin. So it's clear that FaZe, they've had that conversation about how they need to handle these peaks.
They found my wire.
And thus that means that, you know, they're playing a little bit more disciplined here. But Dapper in a 1v2, if a player can clutch it, it is this man. He has enough health to do it.
Is he going to go all the way around through to Hookah here? This is a big risk, because if anyone taps this bomb, he is not going to be able to stop it. Knife out just so he can be as quick as possible, hoping that no one on the side of FaZe is going to tap it just yet. It is wide in the open. The tap is going to come through any second now. There it is. The tag comes through, though, so he knows that no one is on the spike right now. And he is in such a good position. He can stop that one. But in the 1v1. Cypher versus Cypher. Baby Bay, he knows where he is, and Baby Bay will get the frag, and FaZe make it 12-4.
The showstopper, he needs to get this out faster. He does manage to do so. He will die. He could not back away in time. Zums kills Corey, but Corey did manage to stop Sinatra, so that's something you have to be quite happy about. But unfortunately, though, now the tables have turned as the ults had come in favor of this squad of FaZe. It was going to be Sentinels. That wrapped things up 13-5. FaZe did make this a respectable finish.
Okay.
All right. Yes.
On that happy note, let's see what happens on Ascent.
Oh, man.
And it makes sense to have him on Arena if he is that aiming god, right? If he can perform and if he can consistently win 1v1s, then he is going to excel on Arena as both players go towards short there and leave themselves somewhat vulnerable to be taken down by Raucus. Not really sure what happened there. No one checking the default box, but Sinatra will at least get a trade of his own. Marv comes in to try and clean things up, which he does successfully, and FaZe put the first on the scoreboard.
Just enough to kind of give them an idea of how many players are going to be there. Now the Haunted Fury is actually going to be in use, and Sinatra does tag, but is not able to finish it up. While that's going on, Raucus does manage to get the kill. Corey backs away inside of the steps and will nail a shot there. That's going to be a second one for him as well. And this is where Reyna will shine, obviously getting kills and being able to utilize her kit to the fullest potential.
But then we will see Reyna pop her ult and now see what Corey can do, but Sinatra denies it instantly and it's all going to be down to Marv here. And he's on top of the wall, but it's not going to be enough.
Ah, the res? No. It's just not clean. They don't have wall for protection. There you go.
Wait for the bubble.
And he's going to poke and shot and shoot. Gets it. So, in that whole little debate there, I mean, like of what they were going to actually do to try and win this round out. I have the spike. The options now just become severely limited here. He's got to get this plant off, which he will manage to do so. It's just going to be Zachary versus Zoms. 1v1. This round looked like it was actually going to work out very well for FaZe, but Sentinels, wow. Here we go now. Onward to this round as Corey tries to throw down a Leer that will, you would imagine, would actually attempt to slow them. But what ended up happening was that Sick sent a slow orb instead, preventing them from being able to make their way through trees. Rockets misses that op shot, but will be good for the second. One player's going to be located inside of Hell, one over by Wine. Marv playing the flank. Now those they have to just get back inside of here. But Dapper is going to be on the wider flank. So Marv was waiting for anyone that could be rotating from mid. But instead, it's going to be Dapper on the hunt. And Dapper's going to locate these two players here. The stun comes out right at the nick of time. Dapper knew he had two. Raucus, a kill for him. But instead, it is going to be successful for Sentinels.
Will come out, but Corey has been able to reposition himself into this little cubby, which often is checked very early, so I'm not surprised he has moved away from it ever so slightly because it is a vulnerable position at times, but he gets the spray down and he'll get the overheal now, and he will just challenge and face. Maybe should have dropped off rather than facing after that, but at least he was able to get the opening pick.
He wanted to eke away as much of that health as he could, right? It's a matter of when is the best possible time to back up. But Zachary was there and helped him out a great deal. Now it's a 2v2 with two rather healthy members of FaZe versus Shazam at 31 HP, and I believe Sinatra is going to be even lower. No, he's going to be around the same area of 32 HP and more clear for FaZe. Brilliantly done. Spike now in play. Let's see what the team with the life lead can actually do here. FaZe wins this round. Could be pretty big for them.
Shazam does have ult as well. Rolling Thunder could come out and of course can deny a plant if they can delay for long enough, but they don't really have the health totals to be playing Ring Around the Rosies and try and do anything. Sinatra though will get the opener onto Baby Bay, and Shazam comes through. The bait and switch is perfect.
As the map continues to shrink more and more, it works out for them, but Corey actually looked away at the worst possible time. He did get the kill on Sick, and Sick was not able to pop the res. It will punish Shazam, who will be the initiator. I would imagine, though, that he's going to try and flash this out of the gate, but Raucus, brilliant trigger discipline there for him. Still holding on to this angle. Two players going to be there. Nicely done by Raucus. Only player left alive is going to be Dapper. And Raucus.
Aggression again, though, out mid. Corey saying, I'm going to use my Empress and I'm going to get in the face of this opposition team, but A-Site is there for the taking. The wall comes up and they are going to get the spike down. And the post-plant positions now can be assessed and evaluated, and they can decide where they want to go. But Shazam will catch one off guard. Can he get a second? That's going to be two ultimates he potentially takes down here. He'll back off, but he has managed to clear both of those ults, so he's done his job there.
Yeah, now Raucus does bail out of there. We'll have the op does connect, but Dapper is there to support him. Sick is just as we switch, ends up dying. Two players left up on top of scaffolding. It's going to be Baby Bay along with Zachary, but Zachary just gets minced right through. So does Sick. 8-4 is what FaZe is going to have to accept.
I wonder whether that's going to be the cue for the rest of the team to get a little bit more aggressive. They are pushing down mid and towards B, going for a little bit of a B split here.
Cloudburst is out. It's going to force them now to just have to accept the fact that B is going to be available. The Leer blocks a little bit of that vision. That was going to be the only Leer that he managed to have. Dapper, though, through the smoke, connects onto Zachary, leaving Zachary waiting until that next round. Spike, though, will be down. Raucus manages to achieve that task. Some extra cash in their pocket. Marv, though, could not achieve the shots there against Shazam. He'll get the better there against his Counter-Strike counterpart. Raucus, unfortunately for him, had to meet a player right at the steps, and Corey in the back is going to get mollywopped, thus leaving Sentinels with this defuse.
just means that this B site, there's so much reluctancy to push for it, but now the SMGs and the Bulldog doing the work. A little bit of aggression coming out of Sentinels. They find 3, make that 4. And oh my goodness, kills flying everywhere, and it's only going to be the one remaining player on the side of FaZe.
They're just letting them. They're telling them, like, I dare you. Go ahead and take site. We'll just stop you. Now, Baby Bay does manage to take the dare, and he will succeed. Corey's going to be wrapping around on the flank on the outside, waiting, and his patience is going to pay off. But the spike is down, so even with the flank there, it is not going to be enough. Those players are going to be stuck inside of that room. You're just taking a peek that just won't really work out. Now, what could work out here is Sick going on the widest flank of all time. Better call the esports awards, because this actually might be an award for the widest flank ever. He gets himself 2, looking for another one. Raucus is going to have his blades out, flies up in his face, and he will be able to succeed getting the kill against Sick. Zamzo holding the angle, did give up his position. Shazam waiting on the transition. Don't need to play around these cyber cages here. But they're so low on HP. I mean, Baby Bay has nothing to work with. 18 seconds remaining. Zom's waiting for him. That cyber cage is going to go down. Raucus.
It looked like it was very firmly going to be that way after the first map, but FaZe have made a big game of this, and it's not over for them yet, especially if Marv can get that opener onto Zoms, and now they can continue this presence. Rolling Thunder will come out, though, and it means Shazam pushes through. Sinatra is there to get one onto Baby Bay, and Sinatra's having a field day with the Odin. No one can contest it right now. Marv, though, doing a little bit of something here. The res is available for Sick, and if Marv can get a 3K, maybe this round is still on the cards.
You never expect the Odin on a site. Sick does get the revive on. Shazam's going to bring him back in. He'll go burr right inside of Hell. Gets 1 kill. Looking for the second. That's 4 for Sinatra.
Anyone who's experienced it, and many have now, that Sinatra has set this way of also
And there it is.
players.
In the butt. Right on the butt. Through walls,
Right
too. I mean, that's just... That hurts. You see your chiropractor later on. Shazam does manage to connect against Marvin. Zoms finds his against Corey as Corey looked to get into the scaffold. Spike is right in front of Zoms. They do have that slight advantage, but the Neuro Theft is now going to be out. Ice and slowed isn't really going to be an issue, though. They have to worry about Zoms first, and then Sick is there to support his teammate out, and GG as Sentinels win 2-0. FaZe made ascent into a game better than they have in the past.